There's like this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies of mysteries, and why did it downwards treasured sites in Christianity?
All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday. First day of spring, and yesterday, kind of both days. But March 21st, 2022. How the heck are you on a Monday? Now, the good news. It's almost Tuesday. Hey. So, the days go by quicker and quicker the older we get. And nobody can deny that. And why is that? I don't know. I remember being a kid and thinking, I thought I had a long time to come out and play. Play baseball, tag, ride your bike, skateboard, whatever. Time would just fly by. So I think that's something we say just because it feels like it's going by fast. And it is. And if we didn't have time as a construct, how would we know? Well, we wouldn't. But it's the psychology of being a human. So I want to welcome you to GUFON on almost Tuesday, but it's still a little bit of Monday. Tonight, we're going to talk about Dolan the Dick. Yeah, just for a minute or 10. I emailed him. I didn't tell you guys because I figured it would be a nice surprise if he got back, but he didn't. And I emailed twice, and I wanted to know why he striked the channel. And I wanted to talk to him. And he didn't reply. So without that reply, tells me he is under the under the care of somebody else's thoughts. He can't even think for himself. I don't think he can. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure he knew my channel was striked by him. Striked? Strucken? Strict? I'm a little upset at that. Still. And I don't appreciate somebody doing that and not even having the cojones to talk to you. Even though it's all been done and over with. Still doesn't want to even acknowledge any part of it. I'm already talking about it. And then also, I do want to talk about this, and I don't know. I think I have brought it up, and I didn't use the terminology lifespan. But do ghosts have a lifespan? I don't see any dinosaur ghosts. But we do see Civil War ghosts. What the hell? And we should talk about that because I think there is something special about being a ghost. What else are we talking about? Oh, yeah. I'm glad I put it in the title. I went over to the Thai guys. What was unidentified celebrity puke view? No, they're not that bad, actually. And I don't wish any ill will. I really don't. But they're the ones, if you're not familiar, had Lou Elizondo on like 9 times in the last 8 days. Yeah. Yeah, they keep pulling the Lou card and the Melon card. But it's good to see, you know. But anyway, the guy who runs the show, Louise. He. I'm confused nowadays. They got all these pronouns, long hair. One's wearing a tie, one's not. So I went in there, and they were interviewing some guy. And I said, great show. And then they mentioned that there were people in the chat. Did you see the chat? I saw the chat. Did you see the chat? I saw the chat. I got put in timeout for nothing. So I went over to GUFON Live's account and I said, chickens with ties. That's it. I got booted for saying great show. So you know what that tells me? That Lou got in their ears and told them, stay away from this guy, he's poison. Just like I say, stay away from Lou, he's poison. For ufology. But you go in there and you throw out that nice little olive branch right there in the chat room. Great show. Or I said something, I did say great show. I did say something else and it wasn't mean. It was like nice guy or great guy or something. I totally went in there with the best intentions just to let them know. I'm not here to say anything, just saying great show. It really wasn't, but I was just being nice. Ben Yorkshire, UK, kicking off the show with the £2, the £2, throwing it right out with the baby water. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you very much, Ben Yorkshire, UK, because it's the first one. Yeah. Oh, wow. What happened? You get this. Thank you, Ben Yorkshire, UK, with £2. No message. No emoji. Mucho gusto. Generoso. Thank you. Grazie. So, let's do roll call. Hold on. Paul Fahey's here. Welcome to the show. We'll get back to that one, Coral. Felicia Flores. Welcome to Bob Perkins. Hey, where you think you're going? Just sit, Bob, in your car, at the job, and at home. We want you there, sitting on your ass. They all do, Bob. Bob! I got a number of a person I think could help you out. Edguj, welcome to the show. Lisa M! Welcome to the show. Carrie Rose! Another one. Is that a... You have a tattoo? I never saw that. I guess I never noticed it. It's not. It looks like... Oh, maybe it's one of those things. Yeah, they put them on. You can wear... welcome to the show. You can now wear freckles. Yeah, beauty marks, things of that nature. Some of them are a little bit sexy. I was watching this show, Timeless, and the mother in the show, she has one right on her lip. Like, it's dark, too. I'm like, why? I think I might remove that. Dorothy Hawkins, there's a great lady. Look at you, smiling. Welcome to the show. I know, I got to go quicker. Lee Guy, the Baconator. Look at this beautiful man. Dehydrated, thin. Looks like a chicken alien type of meal just floating on the water. All right, I know, I got to go. Tic-tac-toe, welcome to the show. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. There he is, Dr. Z. Smith. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. Stu Gerson, the biggest Irishman ever. Welcome to the show. Tim Freestone, the Green. That's right, you can join GUFON now if you want. Instead of, what was I going to say? What's in it? The patrons, if you don't want to, come on over. It'll be better. And I'm going to get more emojis and stuff. They're coming. Don't worry. I'm not going to give you crap like the ones you got now. Welcome, Pyramid 7, to the show. Marie Jose Sproul, welcome to the show. Raymond Elerance, welcome to the show. Mr. Big Feet, welcome to the show. Stephen Carn with a 1 pounder. No message. Perfect super chat, non-chat, no emoji, no sticker. Welcome to the show, sir. And let's see who's at the front door right after welcoming. Hey, there you are, Franklin Mathers. Another good picture, great photo. And Marvinsdale Likens Jr., welcome to the show. Shelly, Shadi, and Randell, welcome to the show. What's up, Apollo? Aye, D. Tubbin, welcome to the show. Escobar, welcome to this show. Murder Hornet returns. The show welcomes you, my friend. I don't even know what that means, but welcome. Off-World Adam, welcome to the show. And Fluff Force. And Tacey Hale. All right, we're good. We're good? Yeah, we're good. Mark D, Truth Searcher. I love the Marvin Alien. Yeah, I do too. And lastly, but not last, Frankie B. Bing bong. All right, Larky Derry, I got you. Welcome to the show. And Coral Ann, welcome to the show. Who's this? Crystal Cerasale. I can't stop. Welcome to the show. Zach is not here. Welcome to the show anyway. All right, now we're done. Yeah, that was a little longer. They're only supposed to be a minute and a half. I went 2:20 on that one. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I like saying hi to my folks. People of Earth. People of Earth. Remember that guy? People of Earth. You are from the sentient corpses of Galactic Federation. Remember that guy? Well, we live in a weird world. Stu Gerson with the Gimme the Chickens, Rich. Ah, the chickens. You're going to get a couple of choke chickens. I'm 9 years old. I like chickens. You're welcome. I mean, thank you, Stu Gerson, with the $2 chicken scratch chat thing. Mucho gusto. A continuing supporter of GUFON. We already got Steven. Thank you again, Steven. If it's not a different one. No, it's the same one. Thank you very much again, sir. So, what I was talking about earlier when I was reading off the teleprompter, like I have a teleprompter. I really don't. There's no teleprompter. You want to see? No teleprompter. See? That's in front of me. I still have to cover up the... that's the video I was just going to play. Thank you to Dorothy. But we'll have to. I tried figuring out why the camera, how there's a way I can get the camera from stop going out of focus, and I just can't. I don't know what to do. But if it goes out, just imagine you're a little buzzed. So we live in a cancel culture world. And anything you say within the last, your whole life, it can come back and haunt you. Well, even if you're saying something brand new and they don't like it, they will try to suppress you. If you haven't noticed, from Alex Jones, Donald Trump, Joe Rogan, and so on. This person, what is his name again? Russell Brand. He started this podcast not long ago and is really gaining ground as far as following. Like, he might be the next Joe Rogan if Joe Rogan isn't careful. I'm not a huge fan of Russell Brand. I find him a little fake. But other times I don't. But I don't know what it is about him that I just can't fully lock into. Maybe he's just in a different generation than me, and I don't know. But I want you to see, he thinks that they're all coming for him. After a few days of disparaging articles written about me, he says, today we look at whether the stories are justified and how they fit into a larger media agent, but he thinks that they're coming for him to cancel him out. If I believe I'm reading this correctly. He's a stand-up comic. He's an actor, right? Performer. But, hey, Alien Girl's here. I won't say it. I won't say it. Welcome to the show. Event Horizon, welcome. Space Exposure, welcome. So, hey, Cricket Lulu. Long time no seesaw. I love the alien. Yeah. Anyway, here's Russell talking. Let's see if he has anything interesting. I'm just playing this just, for filler. No. I think it's interesting what we as a culture have to go through, what's force-fed, and what they want us to believe.
Mainstream media are coming for me and coming for this channel, saying I'm a conspiracy theorist, a right-wing nut, and an anti-vaxxer. If you don't think that I'm those things, and I don't think that I'm those things, could there be any other reason why the mainstream media and establishment want to shut down open discourse and...
You see what I mean? Now he's worse than me. He's worse than me. Everybody's using this tactic right now. Yeah, everybody's coming for me, but they really... See, I don't know if they are. I don't see that they're going after Russell Brand. You say Russell Brand in any household, the person next to you will go, what? Who? Nobody knows. Not a household name. Joe Rogan is. Because he's been around a lot longer. Actually, they've been around almost as long as each other, except, he's just not as funny or as talented as Joe Rogan, in my opinion.
Descent. Hello there, you 5.2 million awakening...
I don't understand the hands. Where's he going with all this hand movement?
Wonders, glory unto thee. Let's stay awake, let's stay focused, let's stay conscious.
You know who this is? This is UFO Jesus 5.0. This is UFO Jesus if he just turned left when he shouldn't have turned right. This is that version of UFO Jesus. Holy crap. I didn't see that coming. It is. It's him. It's him.
Let's stay in the conversation. Obviously, today I'm talking to you about...
Except this guy's got curlier hair. He's got a lot of money. He's talented more than UFO Jesus. But they still use the same handing and body language and trying to enunciate with their teeth.
Something personal. There's been a spate of articles about me saying I'm right-wing, I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'm the new Joe Rogan. Quite like that one. Joe Rogan is a triumphant voice.
Yeah, there's your Joe Rogan. Yeah. Gilligan, my boy.
In a difficult space. I love Joe Rogan. I won't deny that. So what could be the reason behind it? The initial...
Because you're annoying. That's why. I can't play the whole thing, but... Yeah, it's the same old story. He's just got, he talks about everything. I just wanted to show you that it doesn't matter how big or how little you are in or on YouTube or any social media, they will try to cancel you out. We've witnessed it here, and he's witnessing it there. And it'll never stop. Doesn't matter who you are. There's haters out there for all of us. There's enough to go around, apparently. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Not going to spend any more time on Russell Brand. Unless something major happens, like they shut him down. Which they won't. They actually would rather have him because he's more gender neutral than Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan hits a certain type of male, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go shoot some animals. I'm a family man and I don't even believe in God. That kind of guy. He's like me. I feel like I'm that way. I'm just not Joe Rogan. Well, duh. But anyway, I thought that would have been interesting. Maybe it wasn't. Bad move. Yeah, you're right. It was. It wasn't that great. Usually at the beginning or at the end of the show I do this, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit tonight. I'm going to have the commercial play. It's not a commercial. But for those of you who leave a little bit sooner, then because the show does go for 2 hours, and I understand if you're not here for the whole 2, trust me. But I'm going to play this for you.
If the crash retrievals are true, then all bets are off.
It's very hard for people to get their minds around where the real power is. And it's not at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The reality is something much more stark.
They've been working on this for 60, 70, perhaps 80 years.
The reason why the government is talking about these UFOs now, they're getting ready for the next level of war.
Are these objects a national security concern?
They're proffering a narrative of a national security threat that doesn't exist.
I call them alien reproduction vehicles. They're made by private corporations somewhere on this planet.
Technology from Roswell from 1947 has largely been held back from us.
Portal technology, teleportation, whatever you can imagine, it's already been done.
The biggest secrets are not the zero-point energy and electrogravitics. It's the science of consciousness. All their communication systems are moving through the consciousness field and are thought actuated. The people at the CIA call it WSFM, weird science and frickin' magic. The transdimensional interstellar technology will benefit humanity.
There has been tremendous disinformation.
The media is keeping secrets with the government.
These are lethal, vicious people. And I'm focused on exposing the extraordinary technologies that they want to keep secret. No aspect of life on Earth will be unaffected by them.
Above top secret, the technology behind disclosure, streaming all over April 5th. You can get your pre-order for $12.99 on Amazon, Vimeo, and other streaming services. That good? That was good, right? All right. Check's in the mail. Greer pays me. Let's not forget that. I am on Greer's payroll. Even though that's a cousin's brother's production. Come on. Greer's paying all of us. Is that really? That'd be great. That'd be great. Hey, don't forget. If you want to support the stream, that's how we do this every day. It's a stream survived show. Why? Stream survived? What planet am I on? Hey, you know what I mean. PayPal, Cash App. Hey, you can even buy me a nose or a coffee. All that shit. All the links are in the description. I don't know why I'm laughing at myself for saying what I just said. All right, here is an interesting sighting that the VXF artists from Corridor Crew channel can not really debunk. They're having a hard time. And I don't know, but I think I played this. And I'm afraid to play it again. I really think we've done this already. Hold on, let me see something. I'm pretty sure I did.
They have not been manipulated. We're looking at truly...
Okay, I did play this. I just remembered to check something. Well, there goes that segment. I'm not playing it again. You want me to play it again? I'll play it again. I'm not going to play it again. No, it was back in January is when I played it. I'm not going to play it again. We don't do that here. Oh, maybe later. Maybe later. All right, what was I talking about tonight? Oh, all right, let's talk about this. That's right. Do ghosts have a lifespan? This is something I've always wondered. Why don't we see ghosts of dinosaurs? Right? I know, 65 million years ago, the energy must have dissipated by then, right? That's what I think happens. I think what's going on, and I think because the Earth's magnetosphere, what is it? What are they calling it? Magnetic field, I know, but aren't we a magnetosphere of some sort? Anyway, we have this protection from radiation and everything from the Earth's magnetic core, which gives us our magnetic field. I think I'm right on that. Well, you know what I mean. That's my new thing to go to. You know what I mean? You know the thing. Anyway, this field keeps weakening at a ridiculous rate every year. And I think if you go back 100 years, this field would have had a lot more oomph. So maybe you did see some more ghosts. I think what happens is, because we are energy, we disperse. But somehow, some way, in the matrix of this life we call reality. Look, I'm getting like Russell Brand and UFO Jesus. They went to the Jeremy Corbell School of Kung Fu Talk. I think our energy disperses, but some people don't. And maybe their energy stays together for, a little while, and it gets stuck in this energy bubble and it just can't leave. And maybe that's the residual effects that we see, Hey, if you come around at 6 o'clock every morning, you'll see the woman walk by the thing, And sure enough. Now, if that were true, don't you think there would be way more sightings? I'm not talking about the internet shit where cabinets are opening and things are flying out of toasters. Yeah, I'm not buying that. I'm talking about legitimate stuff. Weird stuff. Things that move stuff. But not only do they move in an area, it keeps happening in that area. That's known as a residual haunt or effect. Why is it then that it is very difficult to catch these things, these real spiritual things? Now, you want to go and say, Rich, orbs, my man, orbs. There's orbs all over the place. No, they're not. That's dust for another show. We just did a show about John Carty and his dust ball invasion. Wreaking havoc for those of you who don't know. So could it be possible that we get, let's say somebody gets hit by a bus. They didn't see it. Boom. Their energy may stay together because they didn't know. I don't know how it works. But all I'm saying is there's people who are seeing residual affected in certain areas and they died peacefully. So why does this keep happening? And why aren't we catching more legitimate footage as far as the ghost community goes? I want to know. Because if you're saying when you go to a house and the people who live there say, it happens all the time. Well, how often? Monthly? Every other year? Every day? Every day? No, but when they show up for the 1, 2, 3, 4 days, no, nothing. I don't understand it. Maybe it's because they know you're here, or you're fucking making it up, or you're imagining it. This is the problem with the field. It's nobody's fault. No researcher's fault, unless you multiply it with your own beliefs and make shit up to make it fit inside your little narrative of I'm the best ghost hunter there is, Zach Bagans. The UFO community bothers me. Obviously. It's the same as this community, the UFO community. Now, how long do ghosts live or spirits hang out? Or is there a time limit? Or is it depending on the power of the spirit? I don't even like saying that. That sounds like whoever took that body over, whoever soul was in this little meat sack of a being was a little bit stronger than most of you. And so when it died, it had this powerful soul, this energy source that can somehow manifest itself at any time and move boxes in your home and turn on and off the lights. It sounds made up because I don't see where we go when we die. And if it's so great on the other side, Why would anybody want to hang around? Oh, because they have a strong attachment to the family that they had on this. No, no, I don't buy it. Now I'm going to say something that you're going to be like, oh, Jesus, change the channel. Oh, I think I experienced what it's like. I do. Whether it was a dream, because I've had this dream now 3 times. And when it happens, I swear to you, I died. In my sleep. Well, why would I have a near-death experience dream if I didn't die? Well, same thing. Well, maybe the same reason why I'm having dreams of aliens visiting me, and maybe it's all happening when I'm sleeping. Yeah, my reality, that's what's going on. People make their reality from their dreams. Oh, it's so easy to do. That's what it is. That's what's going on with Ryan Bledsoe. Christopher Bledsoe, excuse me. I always get those two fools mixed up. One's the son, one's the father. And I mean fada, Bantam fada. Come on. Actually, I don't mind the film on the fuzzy focus here. It's actually helping me. I don't know how long these things live. See, I had a theory that, let's say you're supposed to live until you're 80 and you die, you get hit by a car when you're 40. So my theory was, you have to walk the earth for 40 more years, because that's what you were scheduled to be as, a human for 80 years. But if you get cut off halfway through, they can't take you back to the other side. It's overpopulation. So they leave you here in the spirit world. And that's why, that's how you get a certain amount of time as a ghost. That's why not everybody becomes a ghost. If I die when I think I'm going to die at 68, I'm not coming back. I'm not hanging around. You understand? Well, what about people who get diseases and die? They'll become ghosts. My brother-in-law died. He had brain cancer. He died at 68, I believe it was. And he came back. Everybody saw him. The people working on the house, my sister, that was, his wife. Construction workers saw him. I went over his house to do the ghost hunt. Didn't catch him. But what happened? Yeah, because he wasn't supposed to die. He caught cancer and died. He was probably supposed to live for a few more years, right? So he hung around. Well, here's something that's interesting. 30 years ago, he had a daughter that died of leukemia. And I'm almost 100% positive she came through as an EVP. And that was the night where something pulled on the strap on my camera bag. And I went to go up and it pulled me down. And I thought I snagged on something. And I turned around, there was nothing to be snagged. Do you remember? But I got her voice because she wasn't supposed to die at 13. You see? So she's still hanging around, sadly. That's what I think, and that's my hypothesis on how long a ghost lives for, how long their lifespan is. Now, how can that be possible, Rich? If we're seeing Civil War people is it Gettysburg? How are we still seeing Civil War people? And we're also hearing gunfire. Well, see, now there's the problem with my theory. They're not supposed to live to be 150 years old. Just saying. Yeah, 180. Something like that. When was it? 1814? 1816? I don't know. See, that bothers me. There's a really cool video of these ghost hunters, I think they are, or whatever, researchers. They're sitting in their car with their headlights on, and they have it there. And I don't know if, I don't think their headlights were on. Maybe they were, but they had a night vision camera, and they had it aimed at an old Civil War cannon. And then they saw an apparition walk right up. You can see right through it, as if he was still in the war. We played that here a couple of times. I'm not going to look for it now. I didn't think I'd bring it up, but why would that Civil War soldier be around? So then I had a theory. To keep my theory going, that you live as a ghost to fill out your human life if you died sooner than your given life, maybe that was a Civil War reenactor guy. Maybe he wasn't from the Civil War. He's just a reenactor who probably died and came back to the field because that was the love of his life, you know, doing the Civil War shit, the reenactments. See, that's the problem, Johnny. It's hard to prove this stuff. And how do we know they didn't fake the sighting of the ghost, right? Could have been faked. I don't think it was, but... So, how long is a ghost's lifespan? Don't know. How are we going to get proof? I don't think you can. I'd like to know what you think. Put your ideas. How long? Why do you? However you want to write it. Say ghosts or ghosts live as long as, and maybe put that in there. Let's see what Shelley says. When people have much to lose, sometimes get over concerned with loss. Maybe. I look at a house that was owned by a passed away man who fought to get his relative brought home to Texas and buried. He had been shot in the Civil War. Wow! Cool, but not, you know, it's interesting. Let's see, Dorothy? Some apparitions just repeat walking across a room or whatever, taking no notice of the living room, a recording of a past events being played in the present. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. It's a residual haunt. They don't even know. But why is walking from the bedroom to the kitchen so important? It couldn't have been that important that you would want to do it for eternity. Oh, he was buried at the property? Cool. That's crazy. Yeah, man, that is so bizarre. Like, why would you want to stay with your body? So weird. Maybe, there are rules and regulations we don't know that are given to us before we take over this body. Because my other theory is, we're the aliens playing humans. And we really are in some sort of... well, the earth is real. Everything is real, but it isn't. It really is like a game. All this is made. The whole universe is made. Every galaxy, every star, every grain of sand, everything is made. But is it real? Oh, well, who cares? It's real to us. And I think we can never find out what happens when we die, because tell me what you were doing before you were born. You can't. And let me tell you something else. Every night you go to sleep, you're playing dead. Think about that. Chew on that for a little bit. Chew on that. That's death. That's death every single night. And if you don't wake up from it, how do you know? Oh, I just blew my own mind. Oh, I don't like that at all. I want to say thank you to Dr. Z for a $10 PayPal support. He says, and I quote, "Lou has a man crush on you, brother." Ha ha ha, LOL. Dean, Dr. Z, sorry. Thank you very much. You are a huge supporter of the show and a good friend. Thank you, Dr. Z Smith, for the $10 PayPal contribution to GUFON. Engage all over Lou's love for me. Man crush. Mucho gusto. Stupid I am. What else you guys saying in there? Ghosts live as long as it takes them to comprehend their state and situation, or until they listen to what's talking to them. Ooh. Hey man, that's a great thought. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, that is interesting. So, if there's a ghost, let's just say a lady from the late 1800s, early 1900s. You know, they wear the garb they used to wear back then as clothing. When you see that, and it's like over 100 years ago, they deserve to be dead. If they can't figure out what they're supposed to do to get to the light, you deserve to be stuck in purgatory, you dummies. I don't know. Maybe time and space and everything doesn't exist the way it does for us. Maybe a second over there is a year over here. Ooh. Huh. Think of that. You know, Dr. Z, you know who had a dead person on their show in a movie? Richard Dolan. He interviewed a dead guy. We'll talk about Dick in a minute. We will. Bob Birkin says, and I'm afraid to read it, "My mission here seems different. Who is the witness of all this? Me or..." Oh, okay. Wow, you guys are really good at this. I don't know, but I don't think your body would be the witness. I think your body is used to help you witness it and experience the 5 senses that you got. You know why they didn't give us 6? Me neither. I don't know. I wasn't rhetorical. I really don't know. I would like to see us, we can have invisibility. Thank you very much, Bob. Just to get on a little philosophical talk, which something we do here plenty, I know. I forgot. I forgot. Oh, no. Oh, no. It was really good. It could have been that good if you forgot about it. Shut up. Oh, my God. I can't believe I forgot. It'll come back to me. I feel it's one of those. I see a member. Who became a member just now? That's right. You can be a member of GUFON. Just look for the join button. Rebecca Willis. Or Wiles, sorry. I don't know why I said that, but thank you for becoming it should say GUFON member. Thank you. That's oh, okay, hold on. But you reincarnate? Wrong answer, McFly. Reincarnate. All right, now we're getting in a little too deep for Richie G. I have a big problem with reincarnation. Big problem. Number one, it's ridiculous, and let me tell you why. No, maybe I'm wrong, but let's look at it both ways. If you're being reincarnated, why don't you remember everything before? And I'll tell you why. You do, but you don't. It's embedded in you, your soul, your essence that makes you you. And you live off the instincts of your inner voice. Oh, man, am I good. Wow. You know, the little devil, the little angel? Do it, don't do it, do it, don't do it, do it, don't do it. That guy or girl. Ah, this is too deep for Uncle G. I'm blowing my own mind tonight. Nos. It'll give you things to think about. It did. So does weed. Ugh. That is delicious. It really is. Would you say resurrection, reincarnation, restitution, Mr. Big Feet? You guys are hitting home runs tonight. You guys, God, man. We don't ever go deep. We're going a little deeper than normal. You're right about that. What's this, Cricket Lulu? They say that's why you come out screaming. You don't remember anything, and what the hell is happening? Anyway, I'm going to have to disagree, even though I like your thought process. But you don't. You come out like this. And then they smack you, and you go, hey, what are you doing? What are you? Then they smack you again. That's the reality of being born. Shut up, don't scream, and they spank you to do it. How nice is that? Welcome to the world. That goosh right in your ass. Upside down even. A bush with the feet in your hand. Right? They hang you upside down, I heard. Great way to be born. Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming up. Oh, this is great. Oh, my God. This is... Oh, shit. And they yank you out. Whoa. They do the old Russell Brand.
Articles have been provoked by a video we did about Justin Trudeau saying that his invocation of the Emergency Act and refusal to rescind it entirely in case of certain financial components against peaceful trucker protests smacks of the kind of authoritarianism that might diminish his right to overtly condemn anti-democratic actions elsewhere. That's what we said. Is that a problem to you that I said that? Does that seem reasonable? I don't know. You know, we'll work it out. Comments below. Stay to the end of the video because there's a lot of complexity. Earlier in the history of this channel...
You know what I mean? Do I even need to say it about the annoying Russell Brand? How this guy has 5.3 million subscribers is beyond me. Beyond me. Because you can't talk like that and be taken seriously. You just can't. Capiche? Oh, we got a one capiche show. That's my new signal for capiches. It's a one capiche show. It's a one capiche show. Nah, I don't like it either. I really enjoy the talk here because we were getting deep, and then I talked about getting deep, and then I went shallow. But let's just say this. We're not going to know the ghosts span. The ghosts... a ghost's lifespan. Oh my goodness. We're not going to know it. No, we can only speculate. So I want to do an experiment. I'm not supposed to die for another, 15 years? 14? I'll take myself out now, just for a goof, and we'll see if I become a ghost. I can't do it. I don't have the gun. I could light myself on fire. I could cut myself. Too slow. I want to go out with a bang. So then it's like, poof, and I'm like frozen. Like I freeze, my body falls to the floor, and I'm still here like this. And I want to know if there's an imprint on the camera. I'll be like this. And then I'll go poof, and I'll go, right? Hey, I'm just trying to figure out how long a ghost's lifespan is. All right, let's move on. Should we move on at all? Should we? You know, I'm going to tell you, today was an odd day. So I woke up and it was 6:45. I slept maybe a few minutes. I put the trash out because you have to do it between 7 and 8. And I remember it being 7:30. So I put the trash out. It was cold. I remember running out and coming back in. It was like 48. It was cold this morning. And I went back in the bedroom, did a few things, and I remember sitting on the end of the bed. I had just turned the light on because I fell asleep with the light on. I turned it off, and I sat down. And when I woke up, it was 6 o'clock. Right on the nose. Not 6:01, not 5:59. 6 o'clock. There's something going on with midnight and 6 a.m. with me. Don't know what it is. But I didn't wake up once. And I'm going to guess I fell asleep around 7:45 all the way to 6. And I actually said, wait a minute. It's a.m. It's got to be 6 a.m. But the sun didn't look right. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's foggy. So I look out the window and the sun's over there. And it's supposed to be over there if it's 6 a.m. So I got a little freaked out because I was starving. And I didn't even put together the show yet. And I lost a whole day. But I'm telling you this right now. I feel great. I mean, there's nothing like sleep. Nothing like 10 and a half hours of sleep. Holy crap. And it bothered me, though. And then I started thinking about what I was going to talk about tonight. Because I saw, and I think it was the comedian George Carlin. And he says, every time you go to sleep, you die. That's what dying is like. He was on David Letterman. And somehow that was just playing in my thing, you know, like the best of or whatever. And that's what I heard when I woke up. When you die, there's no difference than you going to sleep. Every night you go to sleep, it's dying. It's exactly the same thing. You don't know what's going on. You wake up, it's the next day. It's time travel. It really is. And that's why I love sleep and I hate sleep. I love it because it makes me feel better when I'm done. But I hate it because I feel like I lost all that time. You sleep a third of your life. Well, you do, but I don't. I used to. I used to sleep 12-hour days like they were going out of business. And they did. And then once you hit 40, it's like sleep becomes secondary. It's like you don't even want to sleep. I don't. Like I'm not even tired sometimes. It's 6 a.m. and I'm like, I should be sleeping. I should be just waking up is what I should be doing. Hey. Oh. Gotcha. Donna G with the $20 super chat. And I like that they give me the little emblem after the 20 to show that you're a member of GUFON. Thank you for that. Hey, by the way, when you're a member for a month, every month you will get one free message to post like this, and it'll be highlighted green for members. So that's pretty cool. So keep track of those. I don't know how it works, but I think they accumulate or they don't. I don't know. It didn't say. But you can highlight one of your messages every month for free. Yeah, I know. It should give you one a week. One a month? I'm like, cheap. Thank you, Donna G, a continuing supporter of GUFON. And we love it, Donna G. Your support is the best. I got nothing. But mucho gusto generoso. I had a brain freeze at the beginning. I was like, no. Thank you very much. Hey, look, it matches my outfit. Kinda. No, I never went to Texas State or was a Longhorn. But I like the shirt. I'm thinking about wearing a tie around my neck, reversing it, and yanking really tight. If that ever happens, do that, please. Thank you. Mucho gusto generoso. All right, so a lot of good stuff we talked about. Ghosts. How long do they stay alive? Interesting comments you guys came up with. Some people think we have unfinished business. Come on. Stop it. Really? Stop it. Not one spirit, ghost, or entity has ever come back and given a family member, a loved one, a grandchild, anything of significance. Oh, that's not how it works on the other side, because life isn't about monetary gain. It's about embracing each other and warming and filling your heart up with love. Well, that's nice, but that doesn't really help. Oh, you can't have enough love in your life, Rich. Without love, you're alone. Not really. Not really. Don't you understand? We're supposed to be together. Humans are supposed to be together. And we're supposed to help each other through tough times. Why can't we just stop? All get along? Yep, that's right. Rodney King said it best. Can't we all just say gush? I would love to get along with everybody. And generally I do. But this isn't about personal shit. This is about ghosts. And how long do they live when they die? Are they alive? Are they using the Earth's magnetosphere, magnetic energy, whatever you want to call it, to stay alive? Is that what they're doing? That was another hypothesis thrown out there. I like my theory. And this was echoed by, I think, a 6-year-old little boy who was on the Oprah Winfrey Show talking about how before he was born, he chose his mother. I mean, that's just odd for a kid at 5 years old to say that. He was saying all sorts of weird stuff before he went on the Oprah Winfrey Show. The reason he was on the Oprah Winfrey Show because the parents said, this kid's talking about things that there's no way he could have known. How does that happen? Well, that's reincarnation, Rich. He's remembering. That's cool. And I don't think a 5-year-old kid at 3 or 4 years old would be picking up this jargon from the TV and spitting it out for the world to hear. He may be a messenger. Now that's a trip. And I believe we do have messengers that come through. And every now and then, they throw something out there that changes the narrative. That makes us think a little deeper. A little differently, perhaps. Maybe change some people's minds. And you know how they know? When to do that? When more people are talking about it. When there's enough people that believe in it, They take us to that next level. Just like the movie Contact. We're not ready for the aliens. But baby steps. Brian Kegler with a $20 super chat says, in my lightning strike near-death experience, it was more vivid and real than this. We choose the life and the character. Wow. We are supposed to experience and learn critical things. I was out of body and sucked up into a matrix-like construct. Then, that is... See? So, I also have a theory about UFOs and Bigfoot. Like, Brian, thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. I'll just give you this one. A continuing supporter of GUFON. Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. All right, this is going to sound goofy, but just hear me out. I'm just going to say this is just an idea. I don't believe it 100%. There may be some beliefs in this. There may be some truth to it. It could all be a lie. It's just a thought on what I think's going on. So all the paranormal stuff, everything's done by a couple of aliens, maybe just 2 species. Yes, one is the Greys. Yes, the other one is probably those tall white things that are just beautiful. But nonetheless, there may be more. I don't know. But I think we're them. We're that species. I do think we are injected into a certain, like the Matrix, seriously. And also, it's not like the Matrix, but it's also like Total Recall with Schwarzenegger. You know, when they give him all the details. I want to be an agent. I want to go to Mars. I want to save the planet. I want to fall in love. All that stuff really happens because it's already happened. You understand? They recorded or created a timeline of events. How would we know the difference? Well, we probably wouldn't. But nonetheless, as soon as the sperm forms and goes off to find the egg, and it starts gestating and, creating our little bodies, as soon as the heart starts pumping and the brain starts flowing, it's the other way around. That's when they inject everything. Somewhere around there. Maybe, maybe not. But somewhere they inject our personality, the storyline, the people, everything, and I don't know. It all goes into this brain of this being. And we're going to grow into it. And we're going to take it over. And we don't know it. It's virtual reality in reality. So when you go into this body, you don't remember anything. That's the game. That's what you paid for as an alien. You paid to play Rich Giordano, a man who has a lot of ups and downs and in-betweens, but generally, he's a nice guy, a regular guy. You might like him, you might not. But hey, he's trying. He's giving it an effort. That's who you're going to be. Sounds pretty boring, right? Au contraire. Being a human, any one of you would be a ride like nobody's ever been on before. Imagine if you took over the life, just say a tiger. Can you imagine the daily routine? Always looking for food, always getting water, cleaning and licking and playing and scratching. That's a whole 24/7 experience. So coming into any one of us would be a freaking ride. Now, sometimes these machines break down and they catch diseases. That's not in the plan. But Imagine if 2 million people a year had to go back home early. That's how many people die a year, I think, in the United States. Well, I don't know what the world is, but it's a pretty big number. Isn't it 2 million a year die in the United States? Or is that the whole world? Well, whatever it is, maybe we just can't go back. Maybe we exchange. See, that doesn't buy it. I don't know why. But the machine breaks down. We're still gathering all the experience. Maybe we're supposed to break down. Maybe these things that we're in only have a life expectancy of 77 to 80 years. To them, that's nothing. Maybe they're machines. Maybe our brain is being used by a machine. Maybe machines want to see what it's like to be a human. But nonetheless, you go into this body, you experience all this stuff. And then when you die, you're still in the program somehow, right? Maybe that's why. Maybe because you're still in the program, and the program is so huge that not everything can be removed, and sometimes you get these images that just happen to appear out of nowhere. The weird thing about that hypothesis is we don't see these things everywhere, do we? Well, we see them driving on the road. We've seen them, walking in shadows, walking in the water. We've seen them under bridges. We've seen them on rooftops. Yeah, they're everywhere. The only place you won't see them is parachuting or hang gliding. I would die to see a ghost parachute. That would be the ultimate in all of ghost experiences, to see a parachuting ghost. Call me crazy. But then, we experience all this stuff and we pay a fee for it. We're aliens. We're going into Westworld. That's what this is. We're in Westworld. Don't you see what Hollywood's doing? Let's talk about that. Hollywood, people think that Hollywood has an inside to what's really going on in the real world, and they give us little snippets in movies. Like Star Wars. The Force. It is everywhere. It's in the trees. It's in the rock. It's even in your little friend, R2-D2. It's everywhere, Luke. How could that be? Luke, this is why you fail, Luke. I know, Ben, I know. But I'm so angry. You must not let your feelings overpower you, Luke. You will turn to the dark side, and you will be just like your father. I don't want to be like him. Help me, Uncle Ben. You're my only hope. What are you talking about? Of course I'm gonna... Obi-Wan was like a little Jewish man. He really was, the old wise Jewish guy. Of course I'm going to help you. What are you, stupid? Luke, you don't believe. You've got to believe. I don't know what is wrong with this guy, but if Obi-Wan was an Indian, East Indian, that would be fantastic. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Does she mean old Ben? Of course she means me. All right, let's get on to other stuff. All right. Wow. I'm going to take a look at this. Today in Strangeness. Oh, wow. On this day in 1903, Niagara Falls ran out of water due to a drought. Did you know that? While in 1978, one of the flying Waldenas died after falling off a tightrope that was stretched between two hotels in San Juan, Puerto Rico. The flying Walendas. Yeah, that's right. I think I remember that. Artist Shannon Taggart discussed her interest in spiritualism and how practices of the seance room influenced a wide array of fields, followed by UFO researcher Kathleen Martin on growing up in a family of experiencers and being part of an ET communication experiment. That was on Coast to Coast. Wow. Let's see if we could hear some of that. I don't know if I care, to be honest, but it's here, so let's take a listen. Hour 1, let's go to hour 2. Nope, can't do it. You must pay to listen, Rich. I know. Nope, gotta pay. It's a paywall in front of it, people. How do you expect me to listen to that? People send me things and I can't listen. You think I'm gonna become a member of Coast to Coast just to listen? Thank you. I know who sent it. It's okay. It's not your fault. Is there another side on the other side? A reported shortage of ghosts in the UK has one expert speculating about what's going on. Do ghosts have a lifespan? That was also on Coast to Coast. Yeah, we were looking for things. Quantum locking will blow your mind. How does it work?
Okay, everyone.
I'm going to show you that. This is unreal. You guys, those of you who know what physics are, know what this is.
Today I'm going to be showing you the quantum locking experiment. Now, this is one of the coolest experiments, in my opinion, that I've ever done on my channel. So first I'm going to show the quantum locking in action, and it's really amazing. And then afterwards, I'm going to be taking some time to explain how it works. And it's going to be, in order for it to become a superconductor, we have to cool it down and show you what happens. And then I'll be putting the superconductor on some bigger magnets. Notice how it's not touching, but I can push the superconductor by touching the magnet.
Wow.
It's like it's gripped onto it. So cool.
Wow. No, it's so cold.
So now I'm going to place it on this track that just has rows of neodymium magnets.
Yeah, we've seen this before.
So that these are opposite poles. Okay, now watch this.
This is really cool, though. I don't care how many times you see it. What? Yeah! How cool is that? So, you can make things levitate, but you need a hell of a lot of magnets and a very cold hockey puck. Interesting. How could they make something like that for a UFO or a Tic Tac or whatever? I don't think you can. Nope. There's something here I have got to show you, and I have been looking for it. And I'm really surprised I haven't found it yet. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Why am I not? Hold on. I think I got it now. I figured it out. Okay. Did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I had something that I wanted to definitely show you, and it's just gone. Well, I want to mention, shit, I don't want to talk about that either. All right, what else we doing? Oh yeah, unidentified celebrity review, and then I'll get to Dolan real quick. So I go into the chat room on, you know, the guys, the chickens with ties? Yeah, the guys who think they've taken over the UFO community had less people on their show than we do here. Live, I'm talking. How is it that this channel started after we did, has more subscribers, which is fine, I don't care. How come they're not retaining their audience? And I'll tell you why. because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They agree with every person. They very rarely will have counter arguments or expand on the conversation. Yeah, Lewis does a pretty good job at faking it, but when you get down to it, that show is just not fun. I'm not saying we're knocking it out, every single night, believe me. And maybe I shouldn't even be talking about them, but the reason I did tonight, because I went into the chat room and I was very nice. I said, great show. And they said, oh, this is our chat room. You see that chat room. And then people were starting to attack me. So they banned me for 300 seconds for saying great show. So then I'm like, wait a second. So I go back as GUFON Lives and I say, chickens with ties. And then I left. I did the old drive-by. I don't know if they talked about it. I don't know if they banned me. I don't care. All I know is that this is what happens when you try to interact with the other side. You could be nice and they run. Chickens with ties. And without. But these guys, Lewis started that show and it was a good show. I even mentioned it to Third Phase of Moon. I'm like, hey, there's this guy who started up a channel. He's only got like 800 subscribers or something. And I'm like, he's from Hawaii. He's not doing a bad job. I like what he's saying is what I said. And, they said what they said. And we were in agreement that, we'll see what happens. Well, the next thing you know, he's hooking up with the people on that side and making a little team of people that know people that know people. And he started getting really good guests. And they became a team. And they weren't bad. I'm saying I didn't agree with everything, but they weren't unwatchable. And they did make some good points. You always get good points when you have 3 or 4 people. Eventually, somebody's going to say something that you could all talk about that's interesting. You see it when we're on Alien Addict. You see it when we have you guys here. It doesn't matter. Somebody can always pick up the conversation. When you do it by yourself, it's a little bit harder, trust me. And I know you know that, people. That's why none of you do a show by yourself except for Truth Seekers. Truth Seekers, Stephen Cambion doesn't need a co-host, doesn't need to have a guest every night. He and I are the only two that do this in this field solely. And I feel we're bringing something that the UCR and people like that can't bring, won't bring. They're scared. They are so scared of being hated. It ruins their show. When you hold back your real feelings, your audience can tell. I can tell. I see it on Sold Out Radio all the time. That host over there will never say anything to hurt somebody's feelings, even though it's the truth. That's why I call it fantasy land. Because when you live in fantasy land, you don't get the whole truth. You get happy truth. You get all the stuff that makes you feel good, but you're not advancing the conversation or the topic if you're being happy. And what do I mean by that? Well, Jordan Peterson said it best. You're not having a conversation with anybody if somebody's not getting upset. Because when people get upset, there's a disagreement. Why is there a disagreement? Because they believe something different. Why? Well, let's learn why. And if you can't have both sides of the conversation and you only have one side, well, you're spreading the wrong message. Whether you're happy or not, whether you think you're doing a good job because you didn't piss off Lou today, you didn't do a good job. You did half your job. You did half. How do you feel knowing that Unidentified Celebrity Review has only been doing half their work? How would you feel if you were donating to that show? How would you feel every time you watch that show, hard questions won't be asked? Well, let me tell you something. They do ask hard questions, but not to everybody. And that's a shame. And that tells you something about them. They may be nice. They may be respectable. They may do the right thing in their mind, even in your mind. But they're wrong. And you'd be wrong if you thought you were getting the right information over there. It's nice to have guests. Nothing wrong with hearing what a guest has to say. But when you want to have somebody like a Lou Elizondo, Christopher Mellon, and all the people, Dolan and Pope and all those people, and you don't ask them hard questions, you did a disservice to your fans, to yourself, and to the whole community. And that's how I feel when I look at UCR. When they put those ties on over there and started acting like they were NBC and CNN and all that shit, I knew they were fake news. 100% fake news. Never get the truth out of them. You'll get some of it. And not even that. You won't even get a good opinion on if they don't think the same way. And I know those guys somehow, some way can't always agree with everything everybody says. It's impossible. Same with Sold Out Radio. I say the same thing. He agrees with everybody. Now I'm going to get yelled at and say, no, he doesn't agree with everybody. I've heard him say this and that. Yes, to some people, but not the people that really have a hold on the community. If you're bringing in somebody nobody knows, you can challenge them all day and make yourself feel strong and big. Go after the big people and challenge them. They won't. They're afraid they're not going to have them back because they're afraid they're not going to have good numbers. They're afraid they're not going to have the support and the donations. Believe me, I'm right. It's not an opinion. I'm right. 100%. So UCR can ban me, block me, whatever they want to do, time me out. But they're now on radar. They're now on radar. Yeah. Yeah. Little bitches who read pitches. Yeah. Don't care. Yeah. You know, when you do that, and they have a right to block me if they want because they're scared I'm going to say something mean. When I say something mean, go ahead. Oh, I just remembered what happened. So one of their moderators saw me in there and she types in, ew, and then erases it, deletes it. So I said, hey, Sticky Fingers, whatever your name was, I saw what you said, and that's what I got booted for. I saw what you said before you erased it. That's what they do. That's what they do. And if they come over here, don't ban them. Let them say whatever they want. By the way, I know we only have a couple of moderators still, but check it out. We've got more comments than we've ever seen, and in the last week. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And that's all I want to say about them. Now, Richard Dolan, on the other hand, I emailed him twice. 2 weeks ago when I got the channel back, and last Wednesday. And I waited and I waited and I waited. No reply. And I also called out the other guy there who was part of the strike. I can't remember his name, but I wanted to know why he did what he did, and I wanted to talk to him one-on-one. I haven't talked to Richard Dolan in 10 years probably. He probably doesn't even remember talking to me. It wasn't a long conversation, but I know he knows me. That's for damn sure. Yeah, that's for damn sure. It was part of a group conversation, and my cousin, whose name I won't say, is in this community and got me a seat at the round table on this podcast some years ago. It's on Blog Talk Radio. No, it was on Blog Talk Radio and Spreaker. As a matter of fact, I can probably find that somewhere because it was in 2012. But anyway, he agreed he was going to come on my show and all this stuff, and then backed out of it. And when he did that to Third Phase of Moon last year, when they were going to have the debate on their channel, and he backed out of it, just like Corbell and Elizondo and all the rest of them, Sheehan and Nick Pope. I didn't even remember. I forgot that had happened, that he backed out of my show. Now I remembered it. And I wanted to email him. And I mentioned something we spoke 12 years ago on a show on BTR. And I know that was over a decade ago, but don't know why you would strike my channel. You could have contacted me, reached out to me. I don't really appreciate it. I would never do that to you and try to take food out of your mouth, especially for something you probably had no idea with, yada, yada, yada. So, didn't hear back. And that speaks volumes to me. Now, if I striked somebody's channel and they reached out to me and wanted to talk to me, I would talk to them. By the way, Tracy Dolan, his ex-wife now, I believe, she's phenomenal. She is a very attractive woman. I see her as somebody who's as smart as Richard Dolan might be in this field. I don't know. He's a historian. But she seemed like a pretty smart woman. Like she had her shit together. Very, very attractive. Super attractive. I think she's hot. I think she's very hot, as a matter of fact. Don't ask me why. Well, it's obvious. But I want to know what happened in that relationship. I want to know. I don't know if Truth Seekers knows. I bet he does. But I want to know. I want to know how they met. I want to know why she stayed with him. I want to know why they broke up. Because I don't see Dolan leaving her. I just can't. He will never do any better. Never. But this guy's got an ego on him that's bigger than I thought. When Cambion brought up the fact that he was interviewing a dead guy when Corbell and him made the documentary about the whistleblower and the alien shit, and turns out the guy was never in the army, probably, because the way he was talking. I was just listening to a podcast from a year ago that Cambion did and was calling out Dolan. I know he did a few more shows about Dolan. But Dolan is dangerous for the field right now. He is trying to hold on to whatever respect he had 20 years ago. And he hasn't done shit in 20 years. I don't know what he's done. What, the Wilson documents? Those aren't real. Come on. I'm going to tell you now, whatever those Wilson documents were, they were real, yeah. But Admiral Wilson denied that that's how that conversation happened. Of course he's going to deny it, Rich. But Dolan didn't do the dirty work. He didn't vet. He didn't question. He didn't even consider it to be a hoax. All he saw was dollar signs. How can I make money? Make a book, write a book, documentary, YouTube. I can collaborate with other people and make a real documentary. Yeah, that was good. Team up with one of the biggest asses in the field, Jeremy Corbell. One of the worst documentary filmmakers of all time. One absolutely horrendous. I'm an amateur, and I think I would blow him away. If I took as long as it did for him to make that Bob Lazar crap, I would blow him out the water. All you have to do is look at the 20-minute videos I've made on Third Phase UFO Report. And you could already tell from that I would do better. And those aren't real. I know. But still, no, there's very good editing being done. It's no joke that Dolan is a joke. And he's now a laughingstock of the UFO community. Even though people still love him. I don't know why. Michael Schratt, who blows away Richard Dolan, should be getting all the accolades of Dolan and most anybody else in this field. Do you know why Richard Dolan got to be where he is in the UFO community? Does anybody know why or how he got this status symbol? I'm just curious. How did he get it? Did he break a story? Did he do something? He's just a UFO historian, right? He's not an investigative journalist by any means. And when he tried to do a little bit of investigating journalism, he got that story of the whistleblower from Linda Moulton Howe and didn't do any research, didn't even vet the guy. I can't believe what he didn't do as a researcher. It blows my mind. As a matter of fact, here's a little bit of it. I got Cambion from a year ago. I know he did a little bit of... Well, actually, I'll just play it. What the hell?
But he never provides the proof of these statements. He just speaks like they're fact. Like what he's saying is factual.
Yeah, Richard Dolan just commented on here that aliens are involved in Earth or something like that. Like it was fact.
You can't keep doing this either. Oh, and they're buddies too. Yeah, it's a big club and you ain't in it. In fact, Richard Dolan and Linda Moulton Howe share an employee in common. They both use the same social media manager.
Imagine that.
When Linda Moulton Howe runs around selling fake stories, it's okay because they're buddies.
Mm-hmm.
He won't comment on any of Linda Moulton Howe's fake stories because they're buddies. And I get that. He's lost his objectivity with her because they're friends. He can't comment even when Linda Moulton Howe gets caught dead to rights, for example, selling a fake alien photo that was supposed to be taken on the moon, but it was actually taken from a 2005 video game cover called Area 51. Yeah, she did that. I asked Richard Dolan to comment on it. I heard crickets. Funny that, Mr. Richard Dolan. But hey, let's get to this deathbed confession, right? We're not gonna play a lot of this deathbed confession because there's just not time to go through the whole thing point by point and match it up with the debunk. We're going to play just a little bit of Richard Dolan speaking at the beginning of it and a little bit of the interview. And again, we're going to cite fair use, fair use. We are discussing this.
Yeah, me too.
We're educating the public on some people that are running around selling fake stories about aliens. And some people need, the public deserves to be informed and educated that some people are running around selling fake stories about CIA agents that aren't really CIA agents, talking about UFOs and aliens and stories that there is no factual evidence to support, but people are selling it as a factual story. Hey, here we go.
So, because I've already gotten a strike from Dolan, I'm not going to play it. I think I'm stupid. But Dolan goes on to say that the aliens are basically infiltrating Earth as fact. He says a lot of things that weren't factual that can be improved. It is just amazing how this guy just keeps getting accolades and accolades and accolades. But there's a little light at the end of this tunnel for Dolan. Well, it's not the light that I think he would expect. It's a train coming down the tunnel for him. Yeah. His numbers are slipping. His reputation is slipping. His excitement to be in the field is obviously waning. There's chatter behind the scenes that this guy's very frustrated and scared that he won't be able to survive this anymore. Well, obviously, when he charges $100 to watch something you've already seen and call it dollars, we'll call it dollars, disclosure for dollars, is what he's doing. Richard Dolan is ripping you off. Richard Dolan is a backstabbing fake historian. And why Tracy was with him. I tell you, if I met her, I'd wine and dine her. Yeah. Maybe she's with the wrong Richard. Maybe she was supposed to be with this Richard. Boy, I wish her all the luck. No. Stay. You don't want this. It is just weird that they looked like they were in love. So something went wrong. She looked at him with adoration. You can see her looking at him when he spoke like she really liked him, loved him. So something happened. I wonder if he cheated on her. Yeah, I wonder. Because, there's rumors of other people in this field with the microphone that they're messing with other people with microphones and they were married, So it happens. When you work closely with someone for a long time and, that energy could spark off that you didn't have with your wife that you had vows with. But, do what you got to do. Yeah. It's all about you. That's another dude, Jimmy Church. That guy's losing big time numbers. Big time numbers. Yeah, something is going on over there. And I don't know if it's because he's just doing the same thing over and over. Nothing ever changes. The guy, every time you see him, he's, like we are here behind this camera. But he's been doing it a lot longer. And how do you sustain... Yeah, I don't know. How do you sustain your numbers on YouTube when the whole UFO field is basically shadow banned? It's weird. It really is. Well, if YouTube is shadow banning us, then we need to find some other outlet. We need to get on mainstream media somehow. That's the problem we're having, where mainstream media won't talk to the public. And I could see why. But if we were to go on Fox, I'll say Fox because that would be the only place I think that would have us. It would be a real interesting conversation, I believe. Because if Tucker Carlson had me on the show and asked me, because this is why I think we should be talked to on mainstream media. Like, Rich, you've been in the UFO field for almost 2 decades. Why are you so upset with Lou Elizondo and these and that and all the others? And then I would tell them, go back to 1952, the threat assessment. They tried it back then. They tried it back in the 90s. They did it after 9/11. Now they're doing it again in 2017. And you people believed that this and that, and then I would go on and say, well, how do you know that he is not who he says he is? And I'll say, do you believe your government? Do you believe the Pentagon is going to tell you the truth about UFOs? Do you think just because they admitted that UFOs exist means that they have UFOs? Tucker, I could say your bow tie used to exist. It doesn't mean I'm lying. Well, you're definitely not lying. I used to wear a bow tie. See? They're talking about stripping down the history of ufology and only starting with the UAP reports from the government. Gee, you mean the most highly classified documents on the planet, and you think that just because we're going to start over with more science and the government's help that we're going to have better UFO reports, that disclosure is on the way? It's not on the way. They're suppressing the evidence more. That gives them more control, Tucker, to watch and do everything. That AOI MSG, which is now AIM, was supposed to be transparent for the public, but somehow, mysteriously, within 6 weeks, it went from being very transparent to seeing shit every year through Congress to now not being seen at all. So where did Luis Elizondo and Christopher Mellon go wrong from getting that room established there? And then where did it go from, and how did it get by them to where it's now no transparency at all? Tell me, Tucker, because that's their intentions the whole time. Their intentions is to make it look like they care about the UFO community when in fact they don't give a shit at all. It's a ruse. It's all disinfo, and it's only to protect all those black project budget shit show things they're doing for UFOs and technologies that we don't understand that look like magic. Like Dr. Greer said, WFSM. Isn't that what he said? Weird freaking science magic? I don't know. Something's wrong. If you believe that these guys are actually helping ufology, you are 100% wrong, Tucker. It looked like Lou and Leslie Keane and Christopher Mellon were really trying hard, because they said, even though there's not a lot of chatter, it doesn't mean we're not working behind the scenes. And then Lou says, well, we can't promise you that there's going to be 100% transparency. That was the part that told me there's going to be no transparency, because he's already throwing it out there. We can't promise you there's going to be 100%, but there will be more transparency than ever from the government. We can't promise you. We can't promise you. We can't promise you. Tucker, they're from our government. They will do anything and everything. The guy's counterintelligence. He's an expert at twisting the story around, making himself look like the victim, making us look like the bullies, when in fact, he's the one who's initiating physical threats. He's the one who's initiating psychological warfare by saying he's going to get backgrounds on everybody and post them. He's the one who's playing the mind games. All we're doing is trying to get to the truth, and all he's doing is trying to mix it up. That's why I'm here on your show. That's all I have to say. So you can believe your government, Tucker, America. But as always, lying again. Well, Rich, it was really good having you on, man. You're all fired up, aren't you? No, you know what? After 20 years of doing this, I'm tired. But doesn't mean I'm going to quit. It makes me want to fight harder. Get up. I got them down, but I'm getting back up, Tucker. And you don't want me to get back up. They don't want me speaking. Well, you're welcome here, Rich. Thank you very much. You can see Rich on GUFON. Every night, every frickin' night. I don't take a day off. Nobody should. We're talking about UFOs, Tucker. History is in the making. It could happen at any time. I don't sleep. I don't eat. Well, we'll have you back. Thank you very much, Rich. Tucker, one more thing. You know? And that's how that interview would go. But that's it for tonight, folks. We're going to head on out of here until tomorrow. But I want to thank the moderators and super chatters. What a great, great freaking support tonight. Oh, let me see if there was any PayPalers. More. I mean, I didn't check. Yeah, it's not opening. All right, we'll come back. I don't know what that is. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for the support and making the movie, the show run smoothly is what I'm trying to say. And thank you, veterans and newcomers. Thank you for giving the show a chance. It does take a few episodes to see what we're doing, but it's not for everybody, and I know it. I can't be anybody else but myself. I don't put on a tie and play the chicken, okay? We do real talk here. And we'll be back tomorrow night. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Keep an eye open for other stuff happening all around GUFON and GUFON Lives. And Brett S. with the $20 out the door super chat. There's no message, no emoji. It is the perfect ending to a show. In 3, here we go to... Thank you, Brett S. for the $20 no chat, no emoji super chat. That goes to the ending of the show. Mucho gusto generoso. Under 17, not permitted without parent. And a long-time contributor to GUFON. Remember, GUFON is truthology for ufology.
There's a good thing. It's rotating.
Wait, it's somebody's birthday? Who? It's Cloudy's birthday? Now I have to make a happy birthday. Hold on, everybody. Don't go anywhere. I just saw that, guys. You got to get me some. You got to let me know. It's hard to see sometimes. Let me pull it up because we definitely have Cloudy with a chance of UFOs and a very faithful fan and a good friend of the show has to get their birthday song. So I am very happy to bring this to you. Cloudy with a chance of UFOs, right? The only wish is what? Greg Brown? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right. Whose birthday is it for real? Happy birthday to you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a gush. "39 years old. What are they? What are they? Why are they? Why are they? Happy birthday. What are they? What are they? Why are they? Why are they? It's happy birthday. Happy birthday. Are we getting really old and gray? These secrets that I see. Am I getting old and gray? Hey. All right, I'll be quiet.
Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the field.
Secrets in the field. Come on, everybody. Happy birthday to Cloudy with a chance of UFOs.
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they mean?
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Happy birthday. It's for you to me, or from me to you.
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the field.
Are they harbingers of happy birthday? I see what you mean.
Are they harbingers of world change?
It's your happy birthday. It's your birthday. You have a great year ahead. Many more birthdays in store for you, Cloudy with a chance of UFOs. 39? Ha! You're a child in this universe. Wait until you hit 40. It's all uphill from there, brother. Enjoy. These crop circles don't last forever, brother. Eventually they get old and die at... What's that? I'm sorry. Happy birthday to you, brother. It's Greg Brown and the Crop Circle song. Jamming out to you live here on GUFON. Everybody give Cloudy with a Chance of UFOs a happy virtual hug for his birthday. You know you want this birthday special when it's your turn, don't you? What are they here?
Why are they?
Why are they here? What do they mean?
What are they?
What are they here?
Why are they?
Why are they here? What do they mean? What are they, Cloudy? Are they harbingers your world change? The secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? The secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? The secrets in the fields, the secrets in the... Come on, everybody, jam out session. What a great birthday it is. Cloudy with a chance. What are they here?
Why are they?
Why are they here?
Do they mean? What are they?
What are they here?
Why are they?
Why are they here? What do they mean? It's your birthday. You're 39 today. You're gonna be 40 next year. Get out there, rock and roll. Look for those UFOs, Cloudy with a Chance of UFOs. Get out there, look for them ghosts, spirits, magical dust orbs. You got it. They're not strings. Those are tales of the lizard people in the Crop Circle song. Sorry. Happy birthday. Good night, everybody. Stupid. Oh, no. Giddy up.